Welcome back to Pembroke Hockey Club for round 7 of the EY Hockey League between Pembroke Wanderers and Monkstown Hockey Club. We had a fascinating fixture in the men's side of the competition just earlier, and now it's the women's turn. I'm Isabel Joyce. I'll be bringing you this match along with Matt Tracy, who's kindly stepped up from the hockey pitch where he played for Pembroke so well earlier in the day to join me. For the squads. For Pembroke Wanderers, number 14, Sally Campbell, 12, Ellen Curran, 22, Amelia Daquin, 20, Isabel Delamere, 1, Aoife Glennon, 19, Hannah Irwin, 11, Lauren Johnson, Sinead Loughran, she'll be wearing number 6, Orla Macken, number 10, Erica Markey, 21, 3, Leah Maguire, she's the captain, Maeve McLaughlin is number 16, number 9, Ciara Maroney, 13, Rachel O'Brien, 4, Roisin Sexton. Emma Young will be wearing 18, and 24 is Sarah Young, her sister. And now for Monkstown, 23, Olivia Brady, 17, Rebecca Carthy, 32, Martha Diagnan, 12, Jennifer Hamill, 24, Millie German, 8, Emily Kealy, 22, Susie Kelly, 10, Sophie Moore, 21, Evan Murdoch, 26, Charlotte O'Neill, 15, Claire O'Reilly, 14, Alex Purcell, 20, Natasha Toomey, 19, Sarah Toomey, 27, Chloe Watkins, and 25, Orla Young-Hughes. So the team's just getting their last little bits of warm-up done before they start the match. On the top of the table at the moment is Catholic Institute. They've played 7 matches and won 5, and Pembroke currently in 6th position, Monkstown in 7th. So really, really close together, these two teams. Just 1 point between them, Pembroke on 7 and Monkstown on 6. So a huge match in the context of the table for both teams. Pembroke have won 2 matches, so have Monkstown so far. A really young team, Monkstown. Chloe Watkins, we haven't seen her on the pitch so far. We know that she's been sick this week, so could be that she's not playing the match, but we'll keep an eye out. Pembroke have lost a lot of players since winning their first title last year in 2021. A huge year for them. Leah Maguire will lead them, but they've lost the likes of Gillian Pinder, who's moved over to the UK, and Aisling Naughton, with plenty of players in. And the 2 young sisters, Amelia Daquin from Belgium, a really exciting player, and Maeve McLaughlin, the 16-year-old from Sligo, will no doubt be having an impact today. And Matt Tracy joins me here. Matt, having seen a lot of these players in underage competitions, how do you see this game going?
I think it's going to be a really interesting game. 2 really up-and-coming coaches, Gavin and Simon, both will be interesting to see the formation of both teams. I see Pembroke maybe starting with 3 at the back and with a 4 in midfield and 3 up front. They like to just make sure that they protect the outside of the pitch and see what Monkstown do with that. And if they can go down the line, they will, with their pace up front with their young girls. Similar with Monkstown, look out for Rebecca Carthy up front, a lot of speed there. Emily Kealy in midfield as well.
Really good insights there. So a few players to watch out for. Lots of youth internationals on show, which is sure to make for exciting viewing. Sarah Toomey did the toss for Monkstown, so it's looking like she's going to skipper them today. Lots of experience coming back for Monkstown in Susie Kelly. She returns from UCD, and she's a key player in defence for them. Ellen Curran, the international for Pembroke. She'll look to be making an impact, and Sally Campbell, always an exciting one to watch. She'll be playing up front. So Monkstown starting off, and it is Sarah Toomey on the ball. She's taking on the Pembroke defence straight away and gives it away early on. Both teams will feel their way into this match, but looking like it's 4 across the back for Pembroke to start. They'll probably move into 3, as you say, as we see Orla Macken making her way down the left sideline, Matt.
Yes, Orla is such a great player to be able to play between both midfield and defence. She is always able to transition no matter where she is on the field.
And they'll find Macken now, just mistraps it infield. Emily Kealy watches that one over the sideline. But it's such a dangerous player when she's on the ball. Orla Macken will no doubt see her if Pembroke do win some penalty corners as well. Emily Kealy pops it out. Sinead Loughran on the left now. Pembroke working the ball around their defence. Sally Campbell just can't control that one. Probably should have gone with 2 hands to control it. Opts to go with 1. Really German now. Pops it into midfield. High press being applied by Pembroke. Huge pressure on the Monkstown youngsters. Lovely little spin infield. Really beautiful stuff. But it's sent straight into the path of a Pembroke player.
Ciara Maroney there with a great interception there. Bouncing on the opportunity where the ball fell to her. Unfortunately didn't get anything from inside the D.
Sinead Loughran can't believe she didn't get a free there. Huge pace being shown by her. Probably not strong enough on the ball now. It's Leah Maguire, pops it into midfield, back out. Good patience being shown by Pembroke. Maguire again finds Macken, takes it inside. Good strength shown by the midfielder. Can't find the stick of Loughran, and Sally Campbell gives away the free. A reprieve for Monkstown.
Monkstown in there 4 at the back here with 3 girls who I believe are still under 18. It shows great trust within their coaching lineup to have 3 under 18 players in their starting back line.
Absolutely, somewhat forced in some ways. Lost a lot of players between last season and this. Anna Flanagan, the big miss for them. She's gone to the London. Sarah Green as well has moved to Galway, and Amber Barnwell and Sive Hoban Logan stepping away from hockey. So huge opportunity for those up and coming players in Monkstown. A big win for them last time out against Railway Union. They beat the Sandymount side 2-1 in a bit of a shock defeat. Claire O'Reilly doing some good work down the left sideline there. Susie Kealy forced to work to control that one. Millie German on the left. Susie Kealy running forward, leaving the defence a little bit shy. High press being applied by Monkstown, but walked out well. Nice interception again by Claire O'Reilly, but just over the sideline. Ball forward, doesn't find its mark, and now pace going forward from Emily Kealy, player to watch. Lovely little flip out to the right sideline, sent goalwards, but forced a little bit of to make that pass a little bit too soon. Good pressure from Orla Macken.
Emily did well to pick up the ball and drive really at the Pembroke defence. Rebecca Carthy then trying to put the ball across goal. A really hard team to break down. Pembroke, they had the best defensive record last season, something that Captain Leah Maguire says they want to get back to this season. Something that they kind of built that first title win on. So high press being applied now by Pembroke. Decides to try and hit her way out of it, and Leah Maguire is there to pick up the pieces. Macken now out to Loughran, into midfield. Good patience now, space on the right. Sent down to the corner. Sally Campbell doesn't manage to get in front of German, who opts to send it over the sideline rather than try and win the ball. Real strength from Sally Campbell. And good decision there by umpire Christina Coulter-Riley. Little jab just went too high there from Rachel O'Brien. Pembroke really piling on the full pressure at the moment, trying to put these young kids under pressure.
Nice interplay, but too much pressure being applied by Pembroke, as you say, and they win it back. Susie Kealy now coming forward, picks up the loose ball, but sends it behind her forward, who won't thank her for the placement of that pass. Rebecca Carthy, that was, the youth international. Our other umpire today, is having a few words. Fiona Davitt. Pembroke making the pitch as big as they can. Sally Campbell coming out to help Sinead Loughran. Defending in numbers here, Monkstown. Loughran just finds the space opening up for her as Sally Campbell empties it. And a chance now for Pembroke to get there, get on the scoreboard. Really good work in goals. Coming forward, shot just goes wide. What a chance that was. Beautifully struck by Erica Markey, but just finds the outside of the right post.
Just wide. Just before that, Sinead Loughran with great skills down the baseline, which led to a great chance for Ellen Curran. Unfortunately, she couldn't put it away for Pembroke.
Good interception by Izzy Delamere there. Really strong back line for Pembroke. Macken now out to Loughran, who brings it inside. Recycles out to Maguire. And just as we saw from Glenanne in the first game, good patience being shown by Pembroke in this one. Mistrap by Loughran means there's space for Monkstown. A really pacey team. Exciting one to watch.
This is where Monkstown are good.
A lovely little flip pass, sent past, and goal sent home. Big hugs all around Emily Kealy. She's been up and about since the very start of the game.
So this is where Monkstown are good, countering on the off a win in midfield. A nice little underhand to, I think that is Olivia Brady, and then Emily Kealy putting it in the back of the net. Great goal.
Lovely couple of 1-2s by Monkstown. And now Pembroke looking to see can they get back on level terms, but a misjudged pass. A good interception by Loughran though, not precise enough from Kealy. And Loughran looking to make inroads, sends it out to Macken. A good ball carrying position, sends it into the circle. Chance. And flashes across goal. Nobody can get a stick on the end of that one. Missed chance for Pembroke.
May McLaughlin pounces on the free ball, spins on a strong side, and then unleashes a shot just going wide.
Still on the attack, Pembroke. Reverse cross. And sending the ball into dangerous areas there here, Pembroke. Amelia Daquin sent it across the circle, but nobody in position to make the most of it.
A couple of balls gone by the back post now. I think Gavin will have something to say at half time about getting someone there to get a little tap in from 2 yards.
That's a really poor pass. Looking to send it back in. Real pace being shown by Monkstown here going forward. Really good intercept. And defending in numbers there, Pembroke. But they give away the free.
Monkstown probably looking to keep a bit of possession in the Pembroke half. They haven't done so. They've more be going attack, as they are again now.
And guilty of just stopping when they think they've won a free. Pembroke, that's really not good enough from the champions. It clearly hit a foot, but if the referee or the umpire doesn't see it, they can't give it. So you really need to play on until you hear the whistle. Something no doubt as well that they'll be hearing from their coach. Again, a loose ball falling to a Monkstown stick, little lift, and just can't control it there in the circle. Still in play though. And really, out of the two teams, you'd have to say Monkstown are the team that are more dangerous. Pembroke looking like they're going to try and build the play, but Monkstown's so dangerous on the counter.
May McLaughlin free in the D at the moment.
Just didn't take enough pace out of the ball there. Maeve McLaughlin ended up chasing it to the baseline. It was a really good chance, and they will probably find they'll rue these missed chances. A little bit of sloppiness from Pembroke, not what we're used to seeing from them.
Sinead Loughlin did well to find her in the D there. Unfortunately, she couldn't execute. Pembroke on the ball in their far corner.
Popped into midfield. And again, a bit of sloppiness that we would say isn't usual from Pembroke, just sending that one behind the defender, Erica Markey. And what Monkstown have been really good at, Matt, is making the most of any opportunity, any bouncing ball that comes their way.
Yeah, they've really gone at the Pembroke defenders in attack. They've really dribbled them, made them make a decision. Pembroke are starting to step back a little bit. Monkstown have a lot more possession at the moment.
A good idea there from Pembroke, just a little run outside the circle, looking to first time it into the danger area. And good clearance from Pembroke and almost chased down. Probably not the option Susie Kealy will take too often, running that one out of defence when there's no real need. And hits it straight out of play. So a little bit of tiredness maybe showing in this first quarter. It has been really end-to-end stuff. And the way that Susie Kealy plays, trying to run through the centre, means that she's going to have to do a lot of running.
Yeah, she's going to have to play 70 minutes a day for Monkstown. She's a key player for them in centre-back. She loves to play with the ball on a stick and move the ball as quickly as she can.
Lovely through pass, and actually ends up rather fortuitously with the second forward there, Amelia de Quinn. Monkstown looking to take it out of the circle, and a little snap pass just doesn't find the player, but again loose from Monkstown, and Orla Macken looks to send that one goalwards, but I think that's just missing the right hand post, and that's why it's been given as a free out, because it's got to be on target for it to not be dangerous. Once you're 5 yards away from the ball, it doesn't matter how high it is as long as the ball is on target, but that one wasn't. Good positioning out on the sideline, little 1-2s, a feature of Monkstown's game so far today. Spinning twice there for Monkstown, Jennifer Hamill. Used to seeing her sister Christina Hamill playing for Ireland of late. Both lovely hockey players, but Christina playing her hockey for Loretto Hockey Club. We'll see her next week, no doubt, when Loretto take on Railway Union. Sally Campbell almost intercepting really well there, but just onto her own foot. Nice through ball off the right hand side there from Sarah Toomey.
You can see Monkstown want to play at a high tempo, taking frees as quickly as they can, really trying to go at the Pembroke defence.
It seems like Pembroke are a little bit shell-shocked, doesn't it, Matt? They wouldn't have expected to be 1-0 down in the first quarter.
No, the first 3-4 minutes they were all on top, a lot of high pressing, but now Monkstown have really got themselves into the game since the goal.
Macken on the left-hand side, spins inside, good pace from her, and manages to find her way through. Hamill doesn't understand what she's done wrong there, but Macken does enough to win the free. Out to the left-hand side now, and a bouncing ball evades Sally Campbell. Another wasted opportunity for Pembroke, and they have been a bit wasteful in attack, Matt.
Yeah, knowing Sally, she'll be disappointed with that, but no doubt she'll bounce back again. High pressure on again, Rachel O'Brien going after the ball. Ciara Maroney gets it, but doesn't manage to hold on to it.
Such a dangerous player, isn't she, going forward? Ciara Maroney, amazing skills if she gets space in front of her.
She's really come out of her shell the last 2 years. She's got serious pace, and when she gets going, there's no stopping her.
So another wasted opportunity going forward from Pembroke. Just not linking between the two lines, midfield and forward. It seems like there's just not the communication there. Maybe.
Ellen Curran here.
Good defending, really good from Kealy. And that was a dangerous position to find Ellen Curran in.
Pembroke making the pitch as big as possible. Roisin Sexton in the far corner, Orla Macken down by our side.
Such pinpoint accuracy from Orla Macken when she sends those balls into the circle, but good defending from Monkstown, enough pressure on. Nice through ball, but Liam Maguire intercepts as we enter the last 2.5 minutes of this first quarter. It's been breathless stuff. A real feature of Pembroke's game is usually seeing them send the ball around the back a number of times in a row. We haven't seen that too much today. They're happy to just send it around once and then attack up whatever side they find themselves on. Sinead Lochran now entering fourth gear, and Christina Coulter-Riley didn't like something that she saw there.
I didn't see that one, unfortunately, but it's the same with Sinead. She really loves to go at the attack, use our really good stick skills to try to get past defenders.
Lovely inside pass and sending it over to the right hand side. Nice little run of play, and finds the forward outside. Good returning tackle from Macken though.
Yeah, on Aveen Murdoch there, unfortunately couldn't keep hold of the ball from a Monkstown perspective.
Maguire now sends it forward and out space to attack into.
Great infield pass by Maroney.
So the whistle goes for the end of the first quarter. It's been really exciting stuff, and there was a chance right at the end there for Pembroke to make things level, but really good work in the goal for Monkstown from Martha Dignan sends Monkstown in ahead at the first quarter. They're 1-0 up. It'll be just a couple of minutes break. Join us back for the second quarter. It's Pembroke Wanderers against Monkstown Hockey Club in round 7 of the EY Hockey League in the women's side of the competition, and Monkstown find themselves 1-0 up after the first quarter. A really lovely interchange of play. They scored from open play. Pembroke looking a little bit shell-shocked for a few minutes afterwards. They'd expect to be in front if either team is going to be in front. But these two teams only separated by one place in the table. So huge fixture as Monkstown take tip off for the second quarter. I'm Isabel Joyce. I'm joined by Matt Tracy, and we'll be calling this game for you. So Matt, Pembroke, you're coaching at the quarter time. What kind of words of wisdom are you giving the Pembroke players?
I'd try not to get too frustrated with how we're playing at the moment, trying to make sure that our basics are still on point, and then in attack, just trying to make better connections, and then in the final, in the D, make sure we get someone at the back post to score a little tap in from 2 yards.
A lovely through ball from Macken, and takes it off the stick of the waiting player. Really disappointing there for Rachel O'Brien. Probably just didn't let the player behind her know that she was waiting for that one. Yeah, it has been that kind of little bit of sloppiness from Pembroke that's cost them, isn't it? Nice skills. Sophie Moore sending it forward, but just can't make that connection that you were speaking of. And is that talking between the two lines? Do you think those connections are being lost, or is it tactically that they're not on the same page?
I think both players need to try and make a bit of eye contact with each other, know where the other person is intending to go.
Claire O'Reilly showing some lovely pace. I'm playing quite high in defence here, Monkstown, so Pembroke thinking they can just nick the ball there.
Orla Young-Hughes with a great pass there. Avine Murdoch hits it across goal, hits a Pembroke stick, a long corner.
Yeah, they've been good at those little quick interchanges, haven't they, Monkstown? Don't hold on to the ball for too long, and on the sidelines in particular. Toomey has a long corner here. She's got the captain's, you usually say armband, but she's wearing it around her shin. Spin from Susie Kealy. Toomey again out to the right hand side, and speed from Kealy. Bouncing ball and goes across the face of goal, and once again nobody at the back post.
A dangerous ball by Kealy, not putting that along the ground, putting that in the air, hoping for one of her teammates to get a hold of it.
It's a pity both players went near post. If one of them could have separated and gone back post, she would have had a pretty easy shot on goal. Dangerously high defensive line from Monkstown.
Anna Irwin does well to put a stick in there. Kieran Maroney on the ball.
And there it is. That's what we were talking about, wasn't it? The pace and the skill of Kieran Maroney. Luckily for Monkstown, they have a lot of pace on their own team, so they're able to recover. And forced back to their defensive line by that defensive running from Monkstown. Maguire now draws in the defence, sends it across to Isabel Delamere. Now Sinead Loughran.
Pembroke really trying to set a platform, put a lot of pressure on, spread the Monkstown team apart and find the gaps.
Good pressure from the forward line there. Monkstown forcing the pass a little bit early, making Sally Campbell try and receive it on her reverse, and making it difficult for her, meaning it went over the end line. Susie Kealy hits it forward. Not really any of her teammates up there, so probably just a pressure relieving clearance from her.
Don't think she had many options ahead of her. Best thing to do there, get it away from your own goal.
Yeah, they're pretty much set up for counter, aren't they, Monkstown? So they don't want to be playing in their own 25 with Pembroke ready to intercept and win the ball off their defenders. Delamere out to Maguire, down to Macken, and a good step there from Kealy. She's everywhere.
Very composed by Monkstown.
Really lovely steal back from Orla Macken. Huge amount of work from her, and ends up drawing a stick foul from Monkstown. I think possibly Pembroke need to look to get her in the centre of the pitch. She's so good at finding the space, and you don't really want a sideline beside her.
No, she's got incredible stick skills and hand-eye coordination. She uses that with her indoor, when she plays indoor with the Irish girls.
She has such specific skills that are suitable for indoor. Maguire now breaking a line, looks to send it to the right hand side, but lifts that one. A little bit of frustration possibly being shown by Pembroke, and I think that's because the Monkstown players have been so disciplined in their pressing.
Yeah, definitely Pembroke possibly getting having a lack of patience with the ball. A few minutes ago we saw them keeping pressure, moving the ball around the back, but now trying to go early as quick as possible.
A good tussle in the middle of the pitch there.
There's a good battle there between two girls who were part of the Irish under-16 team during the summer.
Incredible to think how young a lot of these players are in both of these teams. Millie German there for Monkstown and Maeve McLaughlin for Pembroke. Sinead Loughran now just doesn't manage to. She keeps on just getting caught at the end of her runs, which she wouldn't be used to with the pace that she has, but just shows the sheer pace of this Monkstown team across the board. Orla Macken makes space on the right. Good call there down the sideline now, and space around the baseline.
That's well played by Ellen Curran, receiving the ball high up on the right hand side, using her skill and speed to really go at the ball, and then just find a foot in the D for a short corner to Pembroke.
Yeah, it was that pace, wasn't it? Orla Macken drew in the defenders, sent it over to the right back, and they got the ball around the sideline, down the baseline, and that extra bit of speed from Curran meant that Susie Kealy couldn't get there in time. It found her foot. So Pembroke have a penalty corner, I should say. Orla Macken over the left-hand castle, and Maeve McLaughlin over the right-hand castle. So you'd have to think it's going to be Macken who'll take the shot. It is to her castle. Strike on target, finds the foot. Finds the foot of Sophie Moore. Very brave running from the youngster.
Very brave, running down the barrel, taking one on the shin, doing what she has to for her team.
Well, Ellen Curran looked like she was ready to take the shot. She looked disappointed that the whistle went. Another short corner for Pembroke. It's Macken again. Goes left post, goes left corner, finds the spot and finds equality with Monkstown. 1-1.
That was a great strike there by Orla Macken. It's a strong point of the PCA team of Pembroke Wanderers. Pulled out by Erica Markey, stopped by Ellen Curran, and hit ferociously into the bottom left corner by Orla Macken. No chance for Martha Dignam in the goal.
So back to parity in this match. Pembroke were surprised to find themselves 1 goal down, won the corner, and on the second time of asking, Orla Macken scores the goal. So 1-1 now, and it just looks like Pembroke have a bit of a pep in their step now. Overlapping run and a free.
Won by Sarah Young there. Pembroke will want to keep piling on the pressure after the goal that we just scored a minute ago.
Such a difficult spot to find yourself, isn't it? Down by the baseline in the 25. Difficult to get into the circle because of that rule that you have to move it 5 yards. So Pembroke negotiating their way out of that well.
Pembroke looking to be patient here.
Just making it a little bit too easy to defend for Monkstown because no inside runs being made from midfield. Pretty much always going down the outside.
Good ball pace by Leah there to Delamere, outside to Macken. It's a great tackle by Olivia Brady.
Yeah, good patient defending by Olivia Brady, and Hamill now popping that one forward, but Orla Macken just about wins that battle with Kealy. Probably the two most explosive players on the pitch at the moment. Important touch by Susie Kealy, and the Pembroke faithful here calling for a penalty corner, but I think it's rather hopeful from them. Again, good ball pace from Pembroke, and I think that's something that was said at quarter time. Definitely want to up their ball pace. Such a feature of Pembroke's game. Gavin Groves will have told them they need to make the Monkstown players run a little bit faster, a little bit harder. Nice inside pass there by Izzy Delamere, and
just came high off a Monkstown stick, so Pembroke ball just outside the D.
And called back by Christina Coulter. Riley wanted the ball stopped dead. Out to Maguire. He sends it wide. Just didn't quite finish the run there. Sarah Young wanted to get to the baseline but wasn't quite sure. And it means a hit out for Monkstown. Crossfield ball, but I don't think anyone on the pitch knew where that was going, so no surprise that.
No, Alex Purcell there just coming on at left back for Monkstown, looking for maybe a hopeful ball across the pitch. Didn't work out, unfortunately.
Nice little dummy from Liam Maguire. They continue to attack down the right. Pembroke, nice inside drag. And recycled well. Just shunted forward there by Pembroke, and it's a little bit of volleyball.
Great tackle there by Millie German.
Yeah, she's very versatile, isn't she? Started out in left back, now playing on the right hand side. Hamill again, good dummy. Looks to be patient, plays it around the back.
Charlotte O'Neill there trying to find Alex Purcell, unfortunately not coming off. Pembroke ball, Roisin Sexton on the ball.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times from Charlotte O'Neill. She tends to take the ball into contact and then look to pass it out to her wing backs.
I can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to create a 2v1 on the outside, but unfortunately not coming off for her there.
Great save by Macken. Full stretch behind her. Finds Sally Campbell. A beautiful pass into the centre of the pitch, and that could have been so dangerous.
Yeah, Hannah Irwin on the ball here. Won a free. Taking it quickly.
Really quick hands from her. She's managed to get the 5 yards, but just about got tackled at the last second. Lovely no-look pass from Sally Campbell, hoping that someone was making the overlapping run.
Great technique there to roll onto her strong side and feed a ball towards the back post. Again, no one there.
It's one of those times when you don't mind the bit of hit and hope, don't you? Because if it comes off, it's an almost certain goal. Really dangerous position there from Pembroke, but last minute touch, and now Monkstown on the attack. Huge speed coming down the right hand side. Lovely overlapping run from Kealy. She's going down the baseline, and it's Macken who's trying to catch up. This will be a short corner. A good decision by Davitt. Have a look now.
Straight off the baseline from Pembroke. Unfortunately, we can't be doing that. Monkstown showing where their good speed in midfield and forward go, really attacking at the Pembroke defence that we saw in the first half that led to the first goal that led to the goal. Emily Kealy going down the baseline, putting the ball across goal.
Well, you really see quite how fast Emily Kealy is from that one, don't you? Because it looked like her teammate was going absolutely full tilt until you saw Kealy overlapping her on the right. Absolutely brilliant speed from her. And she's going to be over the left-hand castle with Susie Kelly on the right-hand castle. And a chance for Monkstown to take the lead again as we enter the last 2 minutes of the first half. It doesn't go to the right place. Kealy can't control it, and it's a really disappointing missed opportunity. It's always sad when penalty corners don't go to their intended target.
Bit of miscommunication there, I would say, between Jennifer Hamill and Emily Kealy.
Handball fades now from Monkstown. Absolutely flashes across goal. So again, both teams we've seen do it. They're happy to send the ball across the circle and hope that someone's on the end of it.
Susie Kelly firing the ball in there. Leah Maguire just getting a touch.
Important intercept. I know that hit the foot, but now Kealy flashes one past the left post. What a brilliant free that was. Just took the free so quickly. Look at this, right to left. Gets it into the circle off the right foot. And once again, where is the player on the back post? Lovely skills from Loughran. Gets herself out of trouble there in midfield as the clock winds down. Maguire sends it towards Sally Campbell as the whistle goes for the end of the second half. It's 1 goal apiece between Pembroke and Monkstown as we enter half time. There'll be approximately 5 minutes break before we join you again. Do join us at that time for the second half of a pulsating encounter between Pembroke and Monkstown. Welcome back to Pembroke Wanderers for the second half of the EY Hockey League match between Pembroke Wanderers and Monkstown Hockey Club. It's 1-1. Monkstown went in front in the first quarter. Pembroke got one back through an Orla Macken short penalty corner strike. And it's two very different teams. I'm Isabel Joyce. I'm joined by Matt Tracy. Matt, Pembroke very much building the play and Monkstown dangerous on the counter.
Yeah, Monkstown know where they're good at. They're a young team with very athletic players, so they like to sit back a little bit and play into space that's ahead of them. Pembroke, good with their basic skills, like to play the ball around the back, try find with each other stick-to-stick passes and work their way into the D.
Yeah, so it does make for really good viewing because the sheer pace of Monkstown makes them super exciting to watch, and then the precision passing that we're used to seeing from Pembroke. Probably not quite on course at the moment, not what we're used to seeing, but they do have a lot of changes in their squad this season, so rebuilding phase for them. Monkstown as well have lost a lot of players, and both teams have filled those gaps with really promising youngsters. So almost ready to get underway. It'll be Pembroke's tip-off, and it's Even Stevens. Sinead Loughran looking for any way to go forward, but good pressure from Monkstown means she has to send the ball back. Lee Maguire, Pembroke captain, doing the same thing, draws in the defenders as she then sends it to her right back. Emma Young, new to Pembroke this year. Good smart play from Ellen Curran, waited for that one to go over the sideline. Took a quick free. Maroney now, lovely inside drag, finds her way in, and again, it's just the angle allows the goalkeeper to slide out and keep that one out.
A great save there by Martha Dignam. Kim Maroney did well to get all that way inside the D. Unfortunately, couldn't capitalise on her opportunity.
Too close to the ball there from Monkstown's Sophie Moore. You have to give the defender 5 yards, or whoever's in position under the dropping ball, you have to give them 5 yards to control it. It's usually the defensive team because the attacking team are the ones that have sent the ball into danger. So stuck in the left corner, but really lovely spin out there. And a bouncing bomb into the circle. So dangerous. Maroney looking to find headway, and a good tackle there at the end from Sarah Toomey. Sends it over the end line for a long corner.
Yeah, it all started here with Rachel O'Brien coming onto a strong side, hitting the ball into the D, ball falling to Kim Maroney. Uses her acceleration to get towards the baseline, lay it back, not coming out of anything.
They've had a couple of long corners. Monkstown have been really good at defending their circle and really have forced Pembroke to, if they are going to enter the circle, they've got to do it by the baseline, which just means that Martha Dignan in goal has an easier job defending the angles. Ball has to move 5 before it can go into the circle. That's why you'll often see back passes or sideways passes when there are frees outside the circle inside the 25. Nice little spin. Draws the foul.
See Pembroke trying to make the pitch as big as possible. Orla Macken in the far left corner. Great ball in by Ellen Curran.
Little flip inside and finds the foot, and
Ellen Curran here putting in a nice slap in towards the D, towards Rachel O'Brien. Unfortunately, she couldn't trap onto it. Takes a shot at goal, and Sally Campbell on the rebound puts it into Monkstown's shin.
Yeah, you can see a bit of disappointment on Sally Campbell's face when she turned around there. Felt she could have done better, but my goodness, Martha Dignan recovered quickly to get behind that ball to make sure it wasn't a penalty stroke.
She's another one of the young girls in the team playing with the Irish under-18 team in the summer.
So Orla Macken over the left castle, Erica Markey over the right. And it's Orla Macken again. Can she strike home? Great defending run down, and now a chance for Monkstown on the counter. They really use their speed. Crossfield pass, beautifully hit by Emily Kealy, but unfortunately for her, finds the foot. And space in front of her, looks for the ball to the back post, and again it goes wide. Really, really good, quick free taken by her, and great chance. Gone a begging for Monkstown.
Yeah, great hit in towards the back post. This short corner here goes to trap one. Orla Macken goes to the same spot. Saved by Martha Dignam.
Emma Young sends it out to Delamere. And well won back by Monkstown. A fight is on.
Jen Hamill there picking the ball up in midfield. Did very well.
Yeah, good strength shown by Sophie Moore as well to win that free. Sarah Toomey now over the ball. Finds Moore at full stretch coming out of the circle. She'll look to spin and send it goalwards. And just a little bit of a stick foul means that that's the end of that attack. Jennifer Hamill looked a little bit tired in that 50-50 ball.
Monkstown have set their press up a little bit. Sophie Moore at the head of the attack. Great skills by Orla Macken. And again,
what a turn of pace, and looks to go inside, but good returning defending from Kealy. Means she can't quite make the inroads she would have liked.
Orla Macken does great here with her stick skills. Tries to accelerate, keeps going, tries to cut in field. Monkstown foul. I think Susie Kealy there has a shoulder issue. It's a big loss if she can't come back on.
Yeah, she looks to be in a bit of strife, so we'll hope that she can get a little bit of treatment and that we'll see her again before long. The restart. Maguire into midfield and looking to just hold on to the ball there. Erica Markey. A little bit of a dangerous crossfield ball, but they come away with it. Pembroke. Maguire marauding forwards out to the right baseline. Bit of a nothing pass to nobody, but Monkstown not out of danger by any means. Looking to get a foul, and it's good defending, but just the second hand on the ball, on the stick, I mean, means that Pembroke win it, and it's dangerous, really dangerous for Pembroke, and a little bit of a foot. She couldn't get out of the way there, unfortunately, the Monkstown defender, and gives away the corner.
Another short corner here for Pembroke. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Orla Macken getting the call from Gavin Groves on the sideline.
So Liam Maguire on the left hand side of the circle, Orla Macken on the left castle, Markey on the right, and two runners. It's coming over to the right hand castle, but it was Ellen Curran in the end who stopped it on her open side and sent it back to the back to the left post. And if she could have got on the end of that, it would have been a really fantastic goal for Pembroke to send them in front.
She did well to get a shot off there. Another bit of miscommunication in the penalty corner attack.
Pembroke winning it back. They're going to hold on to it. They'll look to send it over the other side of the pitch. Good harrying from Monkstown, sending Pembroke into the defensive line. Maguire looking to inject some pace into the handball phase. Lovely inside drag and space around the outside, just catches it, and last minute intervention means that Monkstown survive. One of the most difficult places to enter the circle from the left baseline. Don't generally want to get it in around there, so Pembroke do well to recycle it and send it around the back. Good defending from Monkstown, forcing that ball to be played in from the right sideline. But in the end, a foot gets in the way and Monkstown can breathe. It's been really big pressure in this last 5 or 6 minutes, Matt, from Pembroke.
Yeah, Pembroke trying to make the pitch as big as possible. Here they go on the attack. Erica Markey.
Hits the post. Oh, in fact, it hit the bag on the side of the goal. Look at this, takes it on the reverse, misses the post and just hits I think it's the goalkeeper's bag on the side.
Pembroke piling on the pressure now. High press, Sarah Young.
I have to say I'm surprised they didn't do this sooner, Pembroke, because it is such a young Monkstown team, and while they do have such incredible speed and pace, they don't have the experience perhaps.
I think unfortunately for Monkstown, the loss of Susie Kealy, who is on the bench with the ice pack on her shoulder, is really a big loss for Monkstown.
Yeah, and perhaps that was the signal that they needed. That's the decision. That was the thing that made them decide to put on that full press. Isabella Delmare.
This is what Pembroke need when they set up that big pitch, to move the ball quickly from side to side. If they're not going to move the ball quickly from side to side, then it makes it easy for Monkstown to run from left to right.
Good intervention by Orla Young-Hughes. Can't control it, so it's still a Pembroke ball. Sinead Loughran looking to use her pace around the outside. Nice 3D skills, but just sends it over the baseline. Almost. She just had one more line of defence to get past to have a pretty much free shot on goal. So Toomey now in defence in place of Susie Kealy. Not an area she'd be used to playing in. And just a little bit of a misguided pass means that's a long corner, and you feel like Monkstown need this quarter time to come. They look a little bit ragged. They've been made to run by Pembroke, and they've had to do a huge amount of defending.
They really need to slow the ball down when they get the ball, win a free, slow the ball down, get into their own structure, try to get up to the halfway line. It's not about scoring a goal right now, it's trying to get up to the halfway line, win a free, set up another platform.
Down into the dark left-hand corner, and Orla Macken looking to skill her way in. Nice work in the circle, but defended well, and Monkstown again have an opportunity to get out of defence.
Good skills there by Amelia De Quinn, faking the shot, making the Monkstown player jump, but nothing coming from it.
Very well read by Loughran. Oh, beautiful reverse stick pass. Too good though. Just too good, too quick at speed of thought there from Hannah Irwin.
This is where Monkstown really need to slow down, try and make a few passes.
Yeah, you can tell that one of their tactics is taking quick frees, but it's about where you are on the pitch. So quick frees in your attacking half, and maybe slow it down in your defensive half. Good quick free though, and forward right on the baseline, sends it across, and unfortunately it was a free before that cross could be made.
Yeah, Monkstown going around the outside, unfortunately not being able to capitalise and get in towards the D there. Pembroke ball. Monkstown applying the full pressure here.
So Again, quick free taken by Monkstown, and it's won back by Sally Campbell. The free goes against her. And now Monkstown are taking a little bit longer over this free. You'll be pleased to see, Matt.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do. I know that their game plan is to play at speed, but where we are in the game right now is to be composed.
That's the kind of tackle the defender loves to get from when they're under pressure. Just send that one over the sideline for her when she's facing the wrong way, but it's a good returning tackle there from Ellen Curran.
Sally Campbell does well, tracking back up towards Rachel O'Brien. Unfortunately, she couldn't trap that ball.
Yeah, just hits the foot there, and they don't come away with the ball. Good mature play, just dropping that one out, wins it, drops it out, finds the defender who can send it over the other side. And Curran out to Maroney, who goes across the top of the circle. She's facing away from the goal, so needs to find a way to get a shot off. And beautiful 3D skills, but probably too congested an area for that type of skill to come off.
Yeah, Kieran Maroney trying to get the ball up in the air and then trying to find a free really, or trying to create a shot on goal, but nothing coming from it.
Well, Pembroke are doing a really good job of tiring Monkstown out. They keep on sending them across the pitch, and just that little bit of tiredness means they can't get the foot out of the way.
Yeah, Leah Maguire here putting a slap in towards Sally Campbell. Sally Campbell first time in towards the D, and it hits a Monkstown foot inside the D, short corner.
And they've had a few short corners not given, or sorry, excuse me, not go their way. Pembroke, they're very dangerous from penalty corners, so they'll hope that this one goes in their favour.
I think this one is going to be brought back. I believe the foot may have been outside the D instead of inside, so it's going to be a free for Pembroke just outside the D.
It's not an easy job, is it, umpiring?
No, not at all. It's a tough part of the game to do, but we're very lucky in Ireland having some amazing umpires.
Yeah, I've been umpiring at the top level for a very long time, Fiona Davitt, so she won't be too phased by having to change her decision there. Shows maturity, really. And good control over the game she's having as well. Now you can see by the way the players react to both umpires that they respect their decisions. Monkstown now very deep in their 25, and Sarah Toomey just finding herself in a little bit of pressure back to the centre of the pitch. Probably needs to pop that out to the defender behind her, and just that last minute stick foul letting her off the hook.
Yeah, very composed there by Sarah Toomey, not phased by any defenders. The three Pembroke girls around her.
Sinead Loughran as well wins that one, sends it back to her defenders, but too much pace on the ball means a miscontrol and sends it over the sideline. We're almost down to the end of the third quarter.
Probably can't come quick enough for Monkstown, although they're on the attack here.
Yeah, I think both teams will just want the whistle to go really at this stage. Nice inside drag, beautifully played by Curran. Now,
Pembroke needs to get the ball in the D if they want to get a goal out of this final quarter, out of this third quarter, sorry.
Well, that's definitely a strike you don't want to get on the wrong side of. Orla Macken absolutely hammering that one. The shot does come off, but well defended by Monkstown, and they need to just stay composed. It's well cleared.
That was super defending by Monkstown. Sally Campbell looking to go on her reverse. But unfortunately for her, Monkstown getting a stick in.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter, and I think Monkstown will be very relieved to go into the final quarter, still 1 goal apiece. Pembroke probably frustrated of the two. We'll take a couple of minutes break. Join us back for the last quarter in just a couple of minutes. It's the final quarter of the EY Hockey League fixture between Pembroke Hockey Club and Monkstown Hockey Club. It's round 7 and it's 1 goal apiece between these sides that find themselves in 6th and 7th positions on the table. Pembroke just ahead, 1 point between the sides. Both teams looking to add 3 points to their tally. Pembroke really in the ascendancy in that third quarter. Monkstown find themselves without Chloe Watkins, and they've also lost Susie Kealy, their talisman in defence. Looks like she's taken the pitch again, and they'll hope that she can make it through the final quarter. And Pembroke have grown into the game. We've seen much more of their usual quick ball pace around the pitch, and that was really quite something to see, that free go against Orla Macken. She was pushed in the back, but obviously has had a few words with the umpire, Christina Coulter-Riley, and she's found herself on the bench. 2 minutes of green card for her troubles.
It's a bit of a killer for Pembroke. Really want to step on to Monkstown, but Monkstown with a player advantage will want to take advantage of that card.
Well, I think they're lucky there, Pembroke, because that ball was definitely raised into the Monkstown player. Rebecca Carthy got that one in the stomach, and Leah Maguire just stood strong and said, "No, I think that's my free," and got it. Good nice from the Pembroke captain. Delamere to Maguire. Out to Young. 2 young sisters playing today. That's Emma Young, who's playing in defence.
2 good additions from UCD over the summer.
Ciara Maroney just didn't have the space to make anything there. Leah Maguire finds Young.
Great receive there by Emma Young to open herself up, get her feet facing forward to try and attack at Monkstown.
So I think definitely at 3/4 time it was even more patience. That was the message from Gavin Groves, because they're not afraid to send the ball over and back in handball phase. Popped into midfield now. Good harrying from Monkstown, as Hannah Irwin's made to face her own goal. finally gets to turn around and
Susie Kealy in the wars again.
lifted into her by Sarah Toomey. Great ball speed again. Young on the right hand side sends it towards the circle, finds the foot, and that one will sting for Sophie Moore.
Definitely Pembroke really showing their patience between the back line, gone from left to right.
So there'll be another long corner. Just can't seem to find a way into the circle yet this quarter, Pembroke, but as we said, they are making Monkstown run a lot. So
Orla Macken back on the pitch now.
They'll hope that they can tire Monkstown out and perhaps in the final 10 minutes find some gaps into the circle. That's Orla Macken who got the green card, back on the ball. Down to the baseline on the left hand side, sent in towards the goal. It's such a narrow angle, those tend to be quite easy to defend.
Monkstown did incredibly well there. Charlotte O'Neill picking the cross up, driving down her own baseline and taking the ball out wide. Looks like Orla Macken is back on the naughty step.
Yeah, she does sometimes just get a little bit too close in tackles, and I think that Davitt wasn't too pleased with a tackle over on the left hand side a couple of minutes ago. It took a minute to really understand what had happened because she was stretching her calf, but Pembroke down to 10 and really not what they would want from this final quarter. They want to be able to get Macken on the ball. And certainly they don't want extra space for this Monkstown team to run into. Kealy takes a quick free, and what a turn of pace she has. The ball just can't keep up with her. Toomey now looks to find the overlapping run. And what pace from Monkstown. Send it into the circle. And that's a really important interception from Maguire. Just about gets on the end of that one ahead of Kealy.
Orla Young Hughes is having a lot of joy down this right hand side in the attacking half.
Yeah, she really put the motors on there, didn't she? Sophie Moore just didn't make the most of that one, but she's been dangerous as well. Really good strength on and off the ball. Nice overhead from Maguire. Sally Campbell once again can't quite control it. She gets in great positions, doesn't she, Sally Campbell? But it's one of those things about being a forward. You spend so little time on the ball, and then those few times you do get, you know, you haven't had the touches that maybe you want to make sure you're in the game.
Monkstown here will look to put a lot of pressure onto Pembroke. Again, going direct, the way they like to play.
Young Hughes around the back, Susie Kealy. Charlotte O'Neill. Lovely little turn from Hamill. Well won back by Delamere, and Hamill just comes up a little bit too early, allows the ball to go underneath her legs. Rachel O'Brien pops it out. Good reach from Maguire. And Pembroke now going around the back, and they've stretched this Monkstown defence a little bit, and this is what they'll want all the way across now to Ellen Curran. And now to the baseline. Campbell on the ball, pops it back. Who's going to get on the end of it? It's a returning Monkstown defender, Kealy.
Pembroke showing their class, but unfortunately not getting an outcome from the D there from the circle entry from Sally Campbell.
Yeah, it's the first time she's found herself in a bit of space, isn't it? She's been really tightly marked and just showed the danger that she poses up front. Maguire just pulling the defence over to the right and then sending it back. Pembroke still down to 10 players. It's a green card followed by a yellow card. Nice little touch from Campbell, and unfortunately Sinead Loughran just can't get it from out from under her feet.
Another first time pass by Sally Campbell in the direction towards Sinead Loughran, and unfortunately nothing coming from it.
Yeah, she's really grown as a player that way, because the old Sally Campbell would have got frustrated with the few times she's sent it over the sideline, but she's really stuck at it, and the last couple of minutes grown into this match.
Still a lot of time on the clock for both teams to get a goal.
And it's really the same as it's been, isn't it? Pembroke building and looking in a dominant position, but then as soon as Monkstown get an opportunity to counter-attack, they're so dangerous. Lovely little through ball to Loughran, and she feels she won the free, but probably didn't have it under control enough. Susie Kealy carries it out of defence with absolute ease. And Sarah Toomey real well run back in midfield, just doesn't get hold of that one to send it forward very well. Nice overlapping run by Roisin Sexton, but her teammates can't find her. Hamill again now on the left, looks to go inside. Strong tackle from O'Brien. Natasha Toomey there won that free, and now it's Kealy, and took the free just that bit too quickly. So an opportunity now. Sarah Toomey sends it towards the goal, takes the foot or the stick, I'm not sure, of the Pembroke defender.
Long corner either way. Monkstown will look to try to get another direct ball in.
Lovely skills. Curran coming out of defence, and now she's put the afterburners on, gets her eyes up, looks to find Campbell going down the right, opts to take the ball on instead. And it's exactly that kind of skill that Ireland are trying to hone in on when she does put on the green.
Ellen Curran there putting the ball in towards the D. Rachel O'Brien getting on top of it, trying to find Kieran Maroney but not coming off.
Good tackle and danger now, and it's really ramping up this fixture. A few messy tackles going in. It just shows how much both teams want to get those 3 points. Absolutely huge 3 points in the context of the table. Just 1 point between them. 7 points for Pembroke so far this season after 6 fixtures, and 6 for Monkstown.
This is where Pembroke really needs to move the ball quickly across. Great pass by Lee Maguire.
And that should be a short corner, and is. A really good positioning from Fiona Davitt there, able to spot that one sent over the end line on purpose. And you don't see any complaining from Monkstown. They know that that was a well-won corner, and good. That was the strength of Sally Campbell. Lovely pass from Maguire. Went against the grain of play and found her forward.
Pembroke will really like to execute here. Orla Macken again on the top.
Yeah, she's back on the pitch. They're back to 11, Pembroke. And the timing couldn't be better. It's going to go to the left castle. Macken has another chance on her reverse this time and finds the goal again. Absolute bullet. It's almost the same spot she's hit from their first goal. The pull out didn't come out as well as she would have liked. It didn't have as much time, but good composure from Orla Macken. Takes it on a reverse, and that one's just too quick.
She did very well there to react to the second phase after hitting a Monkstown foot, playing to the whistle, putting the ball in her reverse and slotting it in the corner.
Yeah, I think Monkstown really need to work on not giving away any corners, because that is the main threat for Pembroke so far today. They haven't looked like scoring from open play, really. That's been Monkstown's most likely mode of scoring, but Pembroke with Orla Macken on the pitch look really dangerous from the set piece. Nice spin, good acceleration, but good backtracking there from Ciara Maroney. Susie Kealy in a bit of trouble, but spins out of it really well. You can see why she was such a big miss in the third quarter. And well won back though by Curran. Probably should have given the overlapping pass there.
German does well.
Yeah, Young does well as well though. And that one is just floating across the pitch, no one able to get on the end of it.
Some tired bodies out there, I believe.
Yeah, Rebecca Carthy looks like an exciting player, but yeah, that's the kind of pass that you make when you are getting tired, isn't it? Just hoping someone was there. Emily Kealy, she's been brilliant. She's been everywhere on the pitch for Monkstown, but it's looking like the speed of pass and the way that Pembroke are able to hold on to the ball might just give them the edge in this fixture.
I think so. Fitness is going to play a big play in the last 3-4 minutes of this game.
It's been the first time really that we've seen Monkstown not sprint into position. So Delamere finds Maguire. She's been quietly pulling the strings for Pembroke all match. Out to Young, and I think we'll see a lot of Pembroke just passing around the back if Monkstown allow them to do it. Karen loses it in midfield. A lovely drag around and across the pitch. It's found the foot of the Pembroke defender, but I think it's just going to be given as a sideline free.
Natasha Toomey did incredibly well there to beat 2 defenders and then put on her reverse stick and across goal.
Pembroke all back defending. They know how important that 1-goal lead is. They're not going to give it up easily. Maguire sends it round the back. Delamere into midfield. Curran now. Hamill just a little bit too attacking there. Don't mind that from Monkstown though, because they just have to take a chance, don't they? They have to believe that just one little interception and they can get in, because they are so good on the counter. Orla Macken now, she'll look to hold on to the ball on the left hand side, so skillful. She's been the difference between the two teams, hasn't she?
She really has, yeah. Again, she's on the ball here, beating 2-3 defenders.
Yeah, she's been huge now. She did get a couple of cards, but as soon as she came back on, she scored the goal. That's the difference between the two teams so far. As we get into the last 2 minutes, Monkstown frantically trying to make something happen, but won back well by Sarah Young. And they won't mind this, Pembroke. They'll be happy to just let Monkstown play in the corner. And now they're going to just hold on to it in the corner. Really good experience being shown by Sinead Loughran. Every second they can run down is one where they don't have to defend. Young as well. Sarah Toomey looks a little bit frustrated there as she wasn't able to come away with the ball. She's put in a huge shift today as well, without her usual skipper Chloe Watkins. She's stepped into the role. Maguire, Delamere, and Pembroke just sending an extra player quite deep in defence just to make sure that there's no counter.
Monkstown really needs to step up here, only a minute to go.
And really good from Monkstown, piling the pressure on Hamill now. and that's hit the back of the stick from Ellen Curran. So they have to find the energy from somewhere here. Monkstown, Millie German on the ball. She'll send it around. A huge 15 seconds in the match for both teams. Pembroke desperate to keep Monkstown out and win the match, get 3 huge points. Time running out for Monkstown, and there it is. That's the final whistle. Just 1 goal separated the 2 teams. A brace from Orla. Macken wins the match for Pembroke. A huge one where Pembroke come out with all the points. It was a spirited attack from Monkstown, a really young team. They can be proud of what they did today, but unfortunately for them, they come away without any points. It was 1-1 for a very long time. So at Pembroke, it was a loss for the men, but a win for the women. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to my co-commentator Matthew Tracy. I'm Isabel Joyce, and from me and from HBV Media and Hockey Ireland, thank you for watching. The next match will be round 8, the next live stream, Railway Union versus Loreto. That game will be at 3:30 on the 19th of November. Do join us then. But until then, good evening and good night.